Oh my god. What the hell? Hello guys. Welcome back to the Hangover series. Welcome back. It's been some time. It's been about a week. I have a lot to say today because while I sit and work from home all day, I have tons of thoughts, so many thoughts that go through my brain, and I don't have anyone to share them with because I'm in this bitch alone and could call a coworker and be like, listen to this thought, could text it to someone, but it's not the same. It's more fun to say it out loud. For anyone wondering, I like to share thoughts, have a lot of them, and I've actually just been writing down my thoughts all week long to share with you guys what I've been thinking and what has been going through my mind, okay? And if you don't want to hear about these random thoughts, then I would suggest skipping like 15 or 20 minutes into the episode, because today I'm going to talk about the time that I accidentally interviewed at E11EVEN, which, if you don't know what E11EVEN is, it is apparently a fucking strip club in Miami. But yeah, so if you don't want to hear about my random thoughts and you just want to hear about how I'm a fucking dumbass, yeah, so skip to that. So it's Sober October, as we all know. Don't worry, I know a couple people that are doing it. We're going strong. Obviously it hasn't been that long. It's been 5 days, but I feel good. I feel great. I have been working out every day. I have been getting up early. I have just honestly really been focusing on myself, which is what I said I was going to do. I've been cooking a lot, and I honestly didn't even have the urge to grab a glass of wine when I went grocery shopping. I always just out of habit will grab a bottle of wine because I just assume I'll want a glass of wine after a stressful day at work or a stressful day of life. I'll want a glass of wine, but I don't think I've faced a very stressful day yet, so I haven't really needed anything. But when that day comes, I'll let y'all know how I'm feeling. Just kidding. I actually did have an interesting day, I guess you could say, because I got my period this week. I hate them, okay? I get really emotional when I'm on my period, and I cry a lot, for one day. It's normally I haven't started my period yet, but the day before, I'm a fucking crazy bitch. I cry like no other. I overthink literally everything about myself. I get the worst anxiety about situations that have seriously happened 6 months ago. This happened to me. I literally had anxiety about something that happened 6 fucking months ago. And then I was sad, and then I was journaling, and then I blast, actually this is a monthly occurrence. I blast the most recent Ariana Grande album, and I cry and I sing my heart out to it. And then, I wake up the next day and I got my period. So I don't know how I forget this every single month, that I'm not just bawling my eyes out because my life is over. I'm bawling my eyes out because I'm about to get my period and I'm a woman. I forget that every single month. I'm oh my God, my life is going to shit. I fucking hate everything. I don't have the will to live anymore. I'm a failure. My life sucks. And then the next day I wake up and I'm oh my God, everything's fine. You're just on your period. So there's that. If you wanted to know, yeah, I'm on my period. Who else? Are we in sync? What's up? What's good, brothers? I think I am in sync with a couple people. Guys, did you know girls' bodies can do that? Yeah, we're more talented than you. We can sync up with our best girly pops, and we have our period at the same time. That's fucking cool. If you really think about it, the fact that girls can just hang out and then our periods align, we're both buying tampons or pads at the same time as each other, that is fucking sick. Okay? It's sick. second thought of the week. That was just like, actually, that came out of nowhere. I was not even going to share that, but I did. Second thought is I bought this cranberry jalapeno dip from Target. I am obsessed with their Good and Gather dips. Hot take, I think that Target's buffalo chicken dip is better than the Trader Joe's chicken dip. I feel like that's a really hot take because obviously everything at Trader Joe's is amazing, but I don't know, something about the Target buffalo chicken dip just gets me fucking hard. I just had like a fucking baby burp. I feel like it's wrong to have baby burps as an adult because, one, I'm not a baby, and two, I feel like I should be able to control that shit, but I just had one and I'm feeling awkward. Secondly, okay, cranberry jalapeno dip. So yeah, they were out of the buffalo chicken dip, so I had to go with something else. I get literally a dip a week, and I always try a new one. Unless they have the buffalo chicken dip, then I'm getting that. But I'm also obsessed with the spinach dip from Aldi. I feel like I've probably said that like 7 times before. Like, I actually don't even allow myself to buy it anymore because it was getting so crazy. But this cranberry jalapeno dip is made with cream cheese, dried cranberries, jalapeno peppers, and white cheddar cheese. Yeah, I know. It's fucking insane. And it was so good. I don't know what dip I'm going to get next, but that was a little bit, like, I mean, it's very cream cheesy if you're into that. And honestly, the whole time I was eating it, I was like, I thought I bought strawberry cream cheese at the grocery store. And so this morning when I was making breakfast, I was like, like a bagel with strawberry cream cheese just sounds so good right now. I'm so happy that I bought strawberry cream cheese at the grocery store. And then I opened my fridge and I can't find it anywhere. And I'm like, what? Like, does this happen to anyone else and you feel like you're fucking insane? I took this is a little excessive, but I did take like literally everything out of the fridge because I was like, am I missing something? I looked in the grocery bag because I'm like, maybe I left it in the grocery bag. I don't know. There's no strawberry cream cheese in this household to my knowledge, unless it like has fucking legs and got up and walked away from me because they said you had enough cream cheese this week, bitch. But it's not in here. And that was really sad. That was a really sad moment to have this morning. My other thought, or my other question, I guess, this was more of a question, not a thought. So I need to get my hair cut really badly, and I also kind of want to dye it. And I was thinking of dyeing it like a plum color or like a red color, like just something more fun because I just want to. And I was looking up like hairstylist people near me, and lo and behold, this place comes up and it's like, be a hair model. And I'm like, okay, duh. What does that mean? So I called them and I'm like, what does this mean? Like, do they get to pick how they're doing my hair? Like, do I get to have any input? Please give me more details. And the lady's like, you can give a suggestion, but like it's kind of based on like what they're needing at the moment, but fill out the form and they'll give you a call. I'm like, okay, fucking period. So I fill out the form. I say, what I want, layers, whatever. They're like, are you open to getting your hair dyed? And I wrote, like, I am open. Like, all I care about is looking hot. Like, honestly, as long as you don't hate me and you're not gonna like make me look like a fucking ugly T-Rex and you're gonna make me look Gorgina when I leave here, do whatever the fuck you want. Because guys, well, the haircut's free, first of all, so like, yeah, cut my fucking hair. Like, honestly, just get these dead ends away from me. And if you want them to dye it, it's only $30. Like, I'm sorry, but I'm confused why people don't go to these places more often. Or maybe people do and I'm just missing out. But yeah, a student can cut and dye my hair for $30. That shit is like $300 when you go to an actual like professional salon. Like, who has that? I know I don't. So I'm down for a $30 free haircut and dye. We'll see what happens there. I didn't put that I wanted my hair a plum color because, like, I don't really know what that means myself. I have a picture of, like, what I'm envisioning, but then I saw a TikTok of this girl, and she had, like, a red, like, less plum, more brunette, red, burn, I don't know the word. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cute. And, like, Dua Lipa hair, like, that's kind of cute. Like, the red, I don't know. Something about it is calling my name. And also it's fall, and I feel like that is such a fall color. Like, let's bring plum hair color back. I don't know if it was ever in. I don't know if it was ever out. I want it. My friend told me, do not let a student dye your hair. But I, like, don't like to listen to people, and you will find that out when I tell you the story about the strip club incident. I'm sorry, I'm working on it. It's just not something I've ever been good at. You know, in the heat of the moment, I'm also really kind of easily convinced, and if they're like, I really want to dye your hair this color, you know, I'd probably be like, I'm down. The lady on the phone was really talking me into it too. She's like, you know, hair always grows back. I'm like, you know, that's what I was thinking. Hair does always grow back, like, and if I hate it, I just won't leave my house. And where's the problem with that? Like, I don't see a problem here. I feel like either way, it's a win. Another thought that has actually been really itching my brain. So I saw this on TikTok a while ago where, like, we have indents on our fingers from how we hold our phone. And the indent on my finger of how I hold my phone is really creepy. And it's really creeping me out, and it really creeps me out because it's, like, embarrassing that you can, if I hold my right hand out, like, genuinely, I feel like you can see an indent, or I just have really weird fingers, but then when you touch it, like, it's creepy. You know, it's chill now, I guess, but when I am a grandma and I have wrinkly skin, like, it's gonna be very apparent what finger I was using to hold my phone. Honestly, sickening. It's so gross. I'm touching it right now and I'm, like, uncomfortable. Like, how could why did I, like, purposely deform my finger? Why would I do that? The other one feels so straight and so normal, and this one's like, I fucking chewed out of it. It's what it feels like. I don't like it, you know? But I'm gonna be proud of it because I have no other choice. Like, I can't fix this. There's no solution, so I might as well own the fucking indented finger. Okay, me and my friends went and got some bottomless mimosas this past weekend, you know, caught up on life, and I was down to go home after bottomless mimosas, but, like, not really down. Like, that was on, like, the bottom of my list, just because I feel like if I'm gonna pay and drink bottomless mimosas, like, why would I go home afterwards? I feel like I need to make an entire day out of this, because otherwise, why did I just get drunk? Just to go home and, like, sit and talk to myself in the mirror, like, call and annoy my friends, like, start calling random men in my phone. Like, that's just what happens. If you give me bottomless mimosas and you send me home, I'm gonna start calling people and make really bad decisions. So, yeah, no, I was like, we need to do something after this because I can't be left unattended. And so we went and got another drink at this local pub. What did I drink? Oh my God, I just remembered. Okay, I asked him, like, can I have another Aperol Spritz like I got last time? And he's like, we don't have Aperol Spritz. I'm like, wait, I swear to God, you made me an Aperol Spritz last time I was here. And he's like, honestly, I just poured Aperol and soda in a cup for you. I'm like, what? Why would he do that? Like, give me my money back then, honestly. How, you know, maybe I should have watched him make it. But how dare he? You know, don't do something naughty like that and then tell me the truth later. I wasn't upset about it, but now that I'm thinking about it, I'm kind of getting upset about it. Because what the fuck? Johnny? I don't know his name. I forgot his name. So we're going to call him Johnny. Fuck you, Johnny. Then, you know, we start calling people up, and then we went to this person's house, and my friends were like, you are going to hate this man that is there. I'm like, oh, fun? Like, how, like, hate him as in, like, he's, like, funny, hate him as in, like, he says things that I hate. Like, what kind of man are we getting involved with? And honestly, like, these days, I don't even have the energy for this type of shit. Like, if a man, it's so obvious when, like, a man is just, like, trying to piss you off and trying to get you to react. And, you know, it did take me a while to learn that. Like, men used to say things, like, purposely to piss me off, and then I'd, like, start attacking and get really annoyed and, you know, try to defend whatever. And now I've learned that that's, like, honestly wasting a lot of your energy. And if you're purposely trying to piss me off, you need therapy and you should work on yourself. So I'm just gonna sit here. And so this man was, like, saying whatever he says. Like, I think he has, like, a whole skit, honestly, that he does. Probably, like, he was nice, but, like, definitely says things to, like, piss women off. And I was having, obviously, no reaction because, well, one, I don't really know you, and two, like, I don't know you and I don't care. And they're like, you know, this is when you know they're trying to piss you off, because they're like, you seem, like, oddly calm. Like, you're, like, weirdly calm. Like, you scare me. Like, it's kind of spooky. Like, she kind of scares me. Like, oh, like, honestly, good that I scare you. Thank God. But also, like, has a girl just never wanted to not, like, has a girl not wanted to just not speak words to you before? Are you, like, normally capturing women's attentions by saying this stuff? Like, I don't really know what they wanted me to say. So silence was still my best option. I think, honestly, the only words that came out of my mouth were, do you want to take tequila shots? And he said no. So we were not vibing. We were not getting along. And anyone that says no to a tequila shot is not my friend. He doesn't know me. He doesn't know me like that. Now, let's, I guess, tell the story of how I accidentally, I'm going to say it was an accident, how I accidentally had an interview at the Club 11 in Miami. So, once upon a time, I was a 22-year-old adult. So this was last year. It wasn't that long ago, and me and one of my best friends wanted to move to Miami together. And we wanted to move a lot of places together, but this one, like, really took us to the core, if that's a sentence. I'm not sure. But it just, you know, captured our attention, and we're like, Miami, let's fucking go. Neither one of us had ever been to Miami. I was, like, actually full on dedicated. I don't think my best friend was as dedicated to moving there as I was, but I was, like, full on fucking in it to win it. And we planned a trip to go out there, see what it was about, and tour apartments and just get a feeler for what Miami truly is, which I'm not gonna lie, I actually was obsessed with it. And, you know, maybe at one point in my life I would live there because it was so beautiful. I was really tan. Like, I feel like I got a tan really quickly, and I was obsessed with the men there and the people there. And I feel like I didn't have to spend a dime. Like, I feel like when I was at the bars, men were just buying me drinks. Like, we would go to restaurants and eat dinner, and, like, men would pick up our tabs. Like, we were not paying for shit there. And, like, here, I feel like I'm paying for shit here. I want my shit for free, okay? So Miami might be back in my future, because besides the point, though, but that was a key factor. If you're thinking about moving to Miami, I 10 out of 10 would recommend it. One of my coworkers knew some friends that lived in Miami, and he kind of was just like, you could, okay, because everything's so expensive there, like the flights, the hotels, everything. And so my coworker is like, you could just reach out to one of my friends that live there. Like, I have a couple friends there. You can reach out to them and you guys could totally stay with them. I'm like, okay, fuck yes. What the fuck? And so we fly out there. They pick us up from the airport. They were literally, like, the sweetest people fucking ever. They just welcomed us into their home, and they made us breakfast. They made us dinner. Like, it was such a treat, and it was an amazing experience overall. Anyways, I'm, like, really getting away from the point of the story. So before we went there, I was looking up jobs because I was still in college at the time. I wasn't going to be graduating until December. So I was like, what am I going to do? Where am I going to work? So I was like, ooh, like there's so many clubs in Miami and bottle girls make a fuck ton of money. Like maybe I should just be a bottle girl. And so I started like looking up like bottle service in Miami, like bottle girls Miami, you know, everything bottle girl, because that's what I wanted to be. That's what I was going to become. And that's that. And I found this club called 11, and you know, I'm going to go to their website because like I swear if you were not from there, like it just looks like a fucking huge ass club, and it just says nightclub in Miami. I mean, there's like cool acrobatic shit going on, famous people singing. It's open 24 hours. I mean, it just looks like a hot fucking club. And I don't see any word on here that says fucking stripper, okay? I don't see that at all. There is nothing that says stripper. So from being someone that isn't from there, like they have Ruckus is going to perform, and I don't even know how I found the application, but I'm looking at this club and I'm like, oh my God, this is like right up my alley. This would be so fun to work at. And I'm like, I might as well just apply and see what happens. So I find like the application, and I think it just said like bottle girl or like server. Like it had nothing to do with wearing nothing. And so I applied and got a call for an interview, and I was like, oh my gosh, perfect. I'm going to be in Miami in like 2 weeks. So I scheduled an interview and was really excited about it. My friend and I went out to the bars in Nebraska before this, and someone we knew like lived in Miami, or like they had gone to this club before, and I was like, guys, I have an interview at 11. Like I was so excited about it, and they looked at me like, what? And I'm like, yes, I have an interview there. And they're like, you know, that's a strip club, right? And I'm like, no, it's not. And these people are like, Erica, that is a strip club. I'm like, you're a strip club, fuck off. But like, it's definitely a strip club. I'm like, it literally just says it's like one of the best clubs. It says nothing about stripping. It said I'm gonna be like a server. Yeah, but they're like, it's a strip club. I'm like, it's not a strip club, you don't know anything. And they're like, have you been there? I'm like, have you been there? They had been there. They knew what they were talking about. Then when we're staying at these people's house in Miami, I'm like, okay, guys, like I have an interview at 11. I think my interview was at like 10:30 p.m. or something too. I'm like, I have an interview. We have to make it, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, you want to be a stripper? And I'm like, no, I want to be a bottle girl. And they're like, oh, like you're gonna be like a stripper. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I applied to be a bottle girl, and they're like, girl, they're like explaining the whole club to me, and I don't know why I didn't believe them, but I still didn't believe them because I thought that these men were just like being rude, and like I guess I just wanted to find out for myself, maybe. Not sure, but I probably could have listened. So when the interview came around, I was like looking up like, what do you wear for a bottle girl like interview, blah, blah, blah. And it's like some bitch on TikTok told me to wear business casual clothes. Bruh. That's like the opposite of what you should be wearing to be a fucking bottle girl. First of all, like that was embarrassing. So I wore like this long maxi skirt with like just this plain top and like little heels or something. And obviously had my makeup and hair done. And walked to the area. They said like you would go up and there's like security standing at the store. And I was so nervous because what the hell? And my friend walked me to the door and she asked the guy like, well, I went inside and he's like, are you here for the interview? I'm like, yes. And well, my friend like literally asked the guy at the door, like, is she gonna be safe in there? And he's like, yeah, she's fine. And my friend's like, okay. And she goes to the bar, whatever. Then I remember I like walked up the stairs to where like the little office is, and I assume he was like the manager or like the owner or whatever he is. And I swear he was like yelling at these girls, and I was nervous. I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I just walked into something I'm not supposed to be a part of. And so I started walking down the stairs, and then someone came around and was like, oh my God, are you here for an interview? I'm like, yeah. And so they had me come up, and I like filled out a little form and just kind of sat there and watched the manager person like talk to all the girls and get them ready for the night. And then I got called back for the interview, and I feel like the girl was looking at me like, oh, you little innocent child, she has no idea what she's doing here. And just kind of asked, you know, the basic interview questions. And then she's like, have you ever been to 11 before? And I'm like, no. She's like, okay, well, I suggest maybe that you go there and, you know, see what it's like, and then give me a call. I'm like, okay, period. Later that night, we went back to 11, like once it was like poppin' and all the other bars were closed. And I like barely remember being in there, if I'm being honest. I know that we went to like every single bottle service. Like people kind of just were letting us at their tables, and so I think we just drank for free and we're kind of just bopping left and right. But I do know that they were I mean, it like practically was a strip club. And I don't think I was made for that, you know? I'm proud of the people that are, but I am just too baby for that. So, I mean, I did want to be a bottle girl, so whatever. And honestly, I bet they make so much fucking money there, like so much money. I can't even imagine. That was my story of the day. Sorry if that story wasn't as exciting as I made it sound like it was going to be, but that's just kind of how it went down, you know? Just a typical interview, and then them being like, girl, have you ever been there? And I'm like, nope. And then I went, and it was indeed a strip club. I don't know why, like I just got so tired all of a sudden. I feel like I kind of need to take a nap. I don't know. But thanks for tuning in. I love all you fucking bitches so much, and I will catch you guys next Sunday.